probably Mayo then?
Yeah.
Or were you saying? Okay.
Yep. So I know Phil just asked over in the Discord just a second ago. Everybody else can go ahead and get started. We've got our 2 stream matches that'll be coming up right now. First and foremost, we're going to be watching Mayo take on Swag Flu. Then next, we're going to be watching J2 Toxic take on Just Doki. After that, we're going to try to catch some of the matches happening in round 2 between our champions. So we'll see that in just a second. Yep, and I went ahead and just made an executive decision if we were having some misunderstandings on stage strike, and we can just go ahead and start with FD to get us started tonight.
Nothing wrong with Final Destination.
Nope.
It's always a great stage, and depending on which version of it you pick, you can get some pretty banger music with that.
Very true.
Mega
we
Man
forgot about that with the Mega Man stage. Yep.
Please, if you want to give me, if you want brownie points with me, just pick Mega Man stage Final Destination every time. I love those music. I've literally never gotten a chance to play a game, but of Mega Man. But all I know is that music is so good, and if the music is that good, I'm sure the games are too.
Cool deal. Let's go ahead and hop into the full game.
We're seeing the Pit from Mayo, and for Swag, we're seeing that Lucas again. And I'll tell you, I do know Mayo personally. He was somebody I got to practice with and help coach for a little bit of my time with him. And he's been a solid Pit main pretty much his whole Smash Ultimate career. In the past, he used to play Link in other games. However, with this game, he pretty much primarily plays that Pit and Dark Pit duo.
And just in between that, I want to make sure that I show some love. Brandon Mack, a.k.a. M-Leet Ninja, coming through, dropping 300 biddies on us. Came through the week before that as well on our NBA 2K stream and also threw down 500 bits. We ain't forgot you, man. Thank you so much again.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And then what else is pretty awesome is that this match, even with like the start to Final Destination with that little confusion, we are still seeing these players getting right into it and getting all the way to that 80%, 90 mark, like roughly of their percent. And pretty much, I know we've seen Pit in the past with Chompy, but I think that what we're going to be seeing from Mayo will be a bit different. Mayo and Chompy both kind of like the freedom with the arrows that Pit has, whereas Dark Pit does have the more straight arrows that deal more damage.
True.
And the one difference I will say in their playstyle of it is that Mayo likes to go from far less arrow usage, but when he does get them, he tries to make them count much more, whereas Chompy kind of uses the arrows for a lot of the beginning of stocks and then will finish off with those combos. And Mayo making himself get back into that stock with that, I believe it was an F smash that took the first stock for him. But Swag, he is still fighting pretty well. Like, Lucas is a character that I think may be a bit tricky for Mayo, since I don't know how many decent Lucases he's gotten a chance to play against. And so he might be just kind of playing cautious, not trying to necessarily like show all the cards right at the beginning, because he isn't sure like what Swag is like capable of, as well as just like what he can do, you know. And especially for characters like Lucas, like a lot of times if you don't have too much experience against them, you'll know at least one person in your family or somebody friend-wise who may have played them, but past that you may not have any experience. And that's something in a game with like 80 characters can be really useful, is like for instance, like Lucas has some of the best boxing tools in the game, despite players mostly using that like Kfair and the ice. But we're seeing Swag also take really decent advantage of that tether grab with the snake, and he's using it to kind of like, because it does have a hitbox when he throws it out in the air, and because of that, it can be very hard for you to fight certain options. And then once Lucas lands, once the snake gets put away, he can then go for those really nice boxing tools with the forward tilt that's super good, has lots of pressure, similar to the way Solidus will use his Yoshi jabs, where like he can continually just throw it out and you can't like let go shield. And there, we're seeing that Forward tilt come out, really putting on the shield damage, and they Kfair for the kill. And similar to Zelda and Captain Falcon, both of their, or Lucas's forward air is similar to those two's, and it has a really big, or a really small sweet spot with big damage. And that's kind of what just happened there, was that he got hit by it, well aimed by Swag, and he's going to continue to get that extra credit at max rage now. Still looking for that stock is Mayo, but he's going to get hit to 60 with that dare. Getting back thrown off stage. Oh, he blocks it. Ooh, and the reversal edge guard for Mayo. Gets
pancakes,
that,
though.
down air.
Thank you so much for the follow.
Let's see. Ooh, goes to the up smash. The armor on that, as we saw, you could see it. We'll be able to see it again in the replay if they're going. I don't know. They do, the replays do sometimes have that little stutter or whatever. I think they're doing just great today.
Perfect. Yep.
All right, so right here, he goes for the edge guard, gets reverse edge guard by that drop down air. The bit of lag here with his he didn't fast fall it, so he couldn't really do anything there. And as you see there, he went for forward aerial, had the hitbox and everything lined up, would have hit, but Swag Flu used the advantage of that up smash, like the advantage of him not knowing about the up smash, and it took that stock. And we're seeing J2 come in here a bit early.
Yeah, and I think I'm going just for the sake of making sure that nothing bad happens and nobody goes, hey, oh God, I knew somehow they were going to beat me to the punch. All right, I'll let it ride. Hopefully it does not affect the match at all in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, just again, for everybody that knows, usually we try and make sure that we keep the lobby empty until you are actually playing to reduce any type of game lag, anything like that. If you get a chance to, please hop out.
Oh, interesting. We're going to Dreamland Battlefield variant. And I'm sure this is a Solidus kind of counter pick. Or Solidus. Mayo. I'm thinking all these S's.
All these
all
S's.
The S names. But I know Mayo really likes Dreamland. It's a very pretty stage, and because you can have it at any stage in this game be in that Battlefield variant, this one doesn't really change much besides the water that normally would be shooting up on the left and right does not show in the Battlefield variant. And honestly, I think that this is like pretty enough, as well as the background isn't that distracting, that it could be just a standard pick. But at the same time, it's nice edge guard. And wow, look at that also. Swag is only at 24%. And this is kind of what I was talking about like at the beginning of that first set, or the first game, was that Swag like knows that Mayo really doesn't know a lot about Lucas. And with that up smash that he won the game with in game 1, and then here with the length that he can throw out these, and even that down smash and this TK freeze, everything is just going very well for him right here, and barely snapping that ledge is Mayo, which that was a really scary situation for him, because had Swag like just taken a second, he probably could have gotten that reverse back air and spiked him, since he was at kill percent for it. But we're seeing him try to be a bit aggressive, not committing to anything too crazy, just throwing out that down air in case Mayo does decide to get up there. And does hit him with that forward aerial again. Goes for the back air, does not connect though. And there, making those arrows count is Mayo, using it to distract Swag Flu for a second. Nice DI, does not want to get killed by that yet. He does make it back and gets around the down smash. Regular gets up and shields and does not get anything out of it. I was just expecting maybe something different, but if Mayo wants to get back into this, he's going to need to get a kill soon. He can try to get the grab for the forward throw, but he also needs to just watch out for literally anything. Goes for down air up smash, and that also is not able to take it. Let's see, will he go for forward throw? He does. The walls on Battlefield are a bit thinner than Final Destination. They're more narrow. Final Destination, the ceiling is a lot lower, I believe. Or the walls are much wider. The ceiling is also, it's like not as wide. Whereas Battlefield's, like, the sides are much smaller. But we are seeing kind of a bit of a scramble here in this second and last stock for each of them. And Mayo is trying to like get back into this, not take too much damage. He wants to make sure that by the time he takes this stock, whenever that is, that he's not putting himself at too much of a deficit. And as we're seeing, Mayo kind of reside underneath these platforms because he really doesn't want to commit to too much. And then as soon as he stands or gets out from underneath, we're literally seeing Swag Flu decide that, hey, I think I should go and attack. And we see so much damage. Nice parry to get out of that dangerous situation. You're seeing these F tilts in full force here for Swag Flu. And I think this is a great showing of his Lucas. I haven't seen it in a while personally. And I know the last time that I had seen one of his characters was a couple tournaments ago now, where I actually ended up coaching him a bit after and giving him some VOD review because we talked about his Ness. And he had some issues with his Ness with like just certain using moves inoptimally and stuff like that I wanted him to try and fix up. But it looks like with his Lucas, especially just in this set that we've seen him play today, that he's doing a great job of just like deciding when to commit to moves as well as how to apply shield pressure with specific moves. Like he's going for that F tilt that is just really menacing to deal with, and he's getting those on point fairs, which that's gonna do it. That's gonna be the set for him.
Let's check out the instant replay on that.
Yeah, this was so good. You kind of see Swag knows that he's gonna go in and try to get that damage, and as soon as he got hit here, he knew that he needed to try and save his stock. Mayo went too far, overcommitted off stage, and then as soon as he just regular get up that high of a percent, Swag knew he was done for and just went for that well-spaced forward aerial. And one thing about that match that kind of happened was that Mayo a couple times went for an edge guard, and unfortunately just chose, he was kind of trying to predict instead of just like react. And even then, like, reacting can be just waiting on stage and seeing how high or low they go, and then that's when you want to predict, because we saw Swag Flu, he would save his jump, be about parallel with the stage ledge, jump, and then by the time he was jumping, Mayo would run off stage and go low, thinking that he was going to go low for some reason. And once you're that high up, like, it's kind of a free stage control for whoever gets back on stage first. And for Mayo, he was not, unfortunately, the person who made it back first. Yeah. So good match for Swag Flu in his first game on stream today.
Very true, and I really thought we got some good showing from Mayo as well, a newcomer. So really appreciate always having new guys come out. And hopefully, not only does he stick around with us in future weeks for, of course, things like our doubles tournaments that definitely want to make sure we run this time. We did not get a chance to do any of that fun stuff in season number 4. We were pretty business oriented come season number 4. And I think coming up next is Just Doki. You are up. Got this new mechanical keyboard today. It just feels so right.
Oh, I'm sure. Mechanical keyboards are like the wave, man.